The Crown and the Flame, Chapter 4, The Mercenaries. Dominic's magic is growing as Ken and Gabriel seek help from an unlikely company of cutthroat mercenaries. So we're going to read The Crown and the Flame. Let me know if you are enjoying this story. Chapter 4, The Mercenaries. And give me suggestions about new stories for the future. You, Rose, and Tristan are loading up a wagon when a group of soldiers rides to the gate led by Eileen. She dismounts and begins talking with Bartel and Michael. You whisper, I have to hear what they're saying. I need to know if Kenna's still alive. How are you going to sneak over there without the guards spotting you? Maybe one of us can distract him for you. I do not want to get her in danger, so Tristan, you go. Tristan shuffles over towards the guard, positioning himself so the guard turns his back to you.
What are you doing over here?
Forgive me, sir. I only wanted to ask if I might ever become a soldier like you.
You want to be a soldier?
Who wouldn't want to be one? You have all that armor, all these weapons, all the respect.
Well, first of all, to be a castle guard, you've got to have training weapons. Not just swords, but lances, axes, crossbows.
As the guards begins to rumble, you move closer to Bartel and Aline. Thank you, Tristan. Looks like I sent the right person. A moment later, you pretend to scrub the wall near Aline, Bartel, and Michael. It was a fool's errand. Kenna was gone before we ever got close. She made it. You weren't fast enough. Someone is working against us. Someone in this castle or the villages nearby. Or right next to you. Those trees your father stationed here were poisoned. What? Father's going to be furious. We must act. What am I supposed to do? Burn down every village hut? Kill every servant? No, killing Kenna's the only way. We did catch one of Kenna's men, a monk of the Rajka ruins, a most exquisitely resilient captive. That is no way to treat a prisoner. You mean traitor. Bartel, take your time with this one and find out what he knows about Kenna. Margot turns and leaves. Let's take your guess. The dungeon, shall we? The guard shoves the bar with the butt of his sword.
Move!
The monk stumbles and falls, and the guard starts kicking him brutally.
On your feet, prisoner.
The guard brings his foot back for another kick. I must dive in front of the monk. You dive between the guard and the monk, knocking aside the next blow. Stop it, you're gonna kill him.
Hey, what in the three hells do you think you're doing?
You help the monk to his feet. This man's a traitor to the crown. Maybe you want to join him in the dungeon. I can't talk my way out of this, but I should appeal to Bartel's mercy or Aline's sense of justice. I'm not Aline, she sounds nicer. You turn to Aline. Please, I can watch this cruelty, regardless of his crimes. Prisoners should be treated with dignity. I agree with this servant. Thank you. Guard, take the monk to the dungeon. There's no need for further abuse. Fine, I'll wait till I have all my tools. After I'm through with him, he'll be spilling his guts, literally and figuratively. Bartel strides off, and the soldier drags the monk away. Later in the kitchen, Tristan grins. That was amazing, Dom. You're like a hero in one of the legends of the Five Kingdoms. I had to admit, I'm impressed. And this is just the beginning. I'm not going to let them kill that man. I'm going to save him. I'll help. I'm going to do everything I can, just like you, Dom. Tristan, you should be cautious. Come on, Rose. You're with us too, aren't you? There's just no stopping you, is there? Does that mean you're in? I'm in. Just promise me you won't tell Mother. She has enough to worry about. It's a deal. Now playing as Kenna. Hand over your weapons. You and Gary reluctantly hand over your weapons. And your money. Val, we're not thieves. Taking money from captives doesn't always make you a thief. Sometimes it makes you a plunderer or a conqueror. There might be Leon's friends. Do you want to explain to him why we stole from people asking to see him? This patrol was much more interesting before we got paired together. This sort of thing's exactly why Leon says that patrols have at least one of his former soldiers. Blah blah blah, don't take their money, I've got it. Come along, you two. As you and Gabriel are led to the grasslands by the mercenaries, you whisper to Gabriel, I thought you said we could trust Leon. Why not tell his people who we really are?
A lot can change in 2 years. We are vulnerable like a newborn. This world is not safe for us yet.
Yeah, thought that when they took our weapons.
As far as I can tell, they're only being cautious.
At least it's a chance to impress them. I'll need their support too. Hey, something on your mind? What are you two whispering about?
Just that you and your companions seem mismatched.
Oh, yes. One of you seems to have gotten the lion's share of the armor. You, Miss Jackson? He's got full armor and you've only got woven leather to protect you. Ah, pretty boy is Jackson just like all the rest of Leon's men. Castborn, so cocky and proud with all their fancy armor and shiny swords from Stormhold. Between you and me, he spends hours trimming that beard. At least I take the time to wash myself regularly. Some of us hold ourselves to higher standards.
Val, you weren't ever a soldier for Stormhold?
Oh, not me. I'm a mercenary through and through. Everything on my back, I paid for myself. I follow Severin. I've been in his outfit for 11 years now. Jackson here came with Leon in his company. He's still getting used to the mercenary life, but he misses having someone to bow to. Very funny, Val. I'm done fighting for kings. What have kings ever done but sit on their thrones, polishing their crowns, while men like me die in the mud for them? Does anyone really polish a crown? You blame the royalty, Jackson? I went away to war with promises that my family would be looked after. But when the war was lost and I finally made it back, our home had been burned and my wife and son had starved to death. All I can say is, I'm sorry about your family. That must have been devastating. I know what it's like to lose someone you care about. It was the hardest thing I've ever had to endure. Not everyone can understand that. I'm glad you do. Believe me, I get it. Anyway, that's why I ended up in Leon's army. At least he keeps his promises. Well, the Fool Queen got her due. Jackson's just saw that he was on the losing side. The Fool Queen? You know the one got her head cut off when she tried to call all the kingdoms together? And so you call her the Fool Queen? Yeah, you got a problem with that? I should defend my mother's honor. You have no right to talk about her that way. Oh, really? Val punches you in the stomach. Ooh. There's my right. Want to meet my left? Val, control yourself. We still don't know if they're friend or foe yet. I've been fighting too long to take that lip from anyone. Gero helps you to your feet.
That was unwise, Kenna. This isn't the monastery. I've sworn a vow to keep you as safe as I can, but I have my limits.
You enter the mercenaries' sprawling camp. All around you, armed men and women bustle about, sparing, drinking, and laughing. There are hundreds here. I didn't expect so many. 2,000, actually. The biggest mercenary force in the 5 kingdoms.
This is the most impressive encampment.
Yeah, it's good to return to the modest comforts of home. Tents, hot meals, and lots of ale. Speaking of which, we've been out on patrol too long. I need a drink. How about you, Jackson? You can't seriously want to stop for ale now, not when we've got these two with us. Ain't like they're going anywhere. Why not take a break? We earned it. Typical mercenary. You talk so high and mighty, but you're one of us now. That may be, but at least I still have discipline. Discipline's for fools. Have a drink with me. We can play some knife games, and our guests can wait. I don't know. You whisper to Gabriel. This could be a chance to get to know them, to figure out what they're willing to fight for other than gold.
And just how are you planning to persuade them to talk to us?
That's easy. A little ale ought to do the trick. By spending time with the mercenaries, you learn more about them and get a chance to recruit Jackson as your ally. I'm going to skip these festivities for now. Wait here. You and Gabriel sit on a nearby log while Val and Jackson drink and gamble with the other mercenaries. It does look like fun. A little while later, they return. On your feet. We'll take you to Leon now. The mercenaries lead to a Tent at the center of the camp. A familiar man stands inside, overlooking a table covered in maps and plans. Travelers here, they say they know you, Leon. Leo's eyes go wild when he sees you and Gabriel, but he quickly covers it up. Travelers, you let just anyone walk into the heart of our camp. We took their weapons, and they wanted to talk to you, like I said. Give us a minute. Jackson and Val leave. Leon turns to Gabriel furiously. You brought her here. You're supposed to be her bodyguard. Do you have any idea what danger you put her in? The entire world is dangerous for her now. Obviously, we'd hope for a better reception than this. A better reception? This isn't the Grand Hall, Gabriel. That life is over for all of us. There's no returning to it. Leon, please, hear me out. You're right. Forget the past. Now's your time to rise. King Luther has sailed for the Iron Empire and left himself open to attack. Together we can retake Stormhold. He has. Yes. You have the army we need. Join us. Leon looks torn. You make a good point, but my answer is still no. Luther's too powerful. You're 2 years too late for that speech. It's not too late. I have close to 150 troops who pledged to help me retake Stormhold. King Luther's army would crush that number without even breaking a sweat. The best I can do now is sneak you both out before the other realize who you are. I'm sorry, but I can do no more. You remind me so much of your mother. I wish we had more time. As Leon opens the tent flap to leave, you see an enormous man waiting on the other side. What the hell's Leon? You meeting without me? This is personal, Severin. I was just meeting with an old friend. Old friend, my butt. You're an awful liar, Leon, and I hate being lied to. Severin reaches down and grasps your chin. You're the queen. I know a royal pampered face when I see one. You're mistaken. Am I? Severin holds up a crumpled wanted post with your face sketch on it. You know the blood King Luther never asks. Well, he knows you. Turns out his whelp put a bounty on your head, your majesty. Ha! Turning you in will be the easiest coin I've ever made. Okay, so we're in danger. Stay tuned to see what's gonna happen to us. Bye, guys.